friend. What's up? How are you doing today? Yes, my name is Emma, and we are here on Searching Lights, the place where we come to share about the things that inspire us, the things that we are in awe of, the things that we want to learn and unlearn. Yes, so thank you for being here with me. I love having you here, and I pray that we can grow and learn together. Yes, this adulting thing, we are going to manage it by force, by fire. We are going to manage it so well. It shall not overcome us because we have a light in us, and that is the light in which we share on this channel. So today, I would love to talk about something that is so dear to me, and that is self-love. I know, right? You're thinking, what is she going to say about this? It is obvious. Yeah, it is obvious for some of you. But friend, there are times when we forget to love ourselves. And for us to be able to take this walk in life, we have to love ourselves first and know that it is essential. Because if you're not able to love yourself, then it is hard for you to love others. And yet love makes the world go round. So, self-love is you embracing yourself, accepting yourself, respecting yourself, loving yourself, being kind to yourself, caring for yourself. It is very important to know. And I know that self-love and self-care, yes, usually, because they are related, we know how to mix them up. But self-care is the action, the things you do every day in small bits. For example, maybe going to the salon to do your nails and hair, or to have a haircut if you're a gentleman, shopping. Yeah, some of us shop as a form of self-care to ourselves. That's how we pamper ourselves. Taking yourself out, maybe for brunch or lunch or dinner with a few friends. That is self-care. But I want us to know that self-love is deeper. It's a deeper appreciation of yourself, appreciation of who you are and your imperfections. Yes, friend, we all have imperfections, and we need to learn to embrace them. And when we do, then that is called self-love. So self-care, these are just the actions you do every day for yourself, often. But then the self-love is the foundation of all of that. And I know that it is very, very hard. I actually believe that it is hard to take care of others and love others if you do not know how to do it for yourself, because self-love helps stabilize you mentally, because you're able to show kindness to yourself, to be compassionate to yourself. So then it stabilizes you mentally and puts you in a zone where you can begin winning in this thing called life. So I believe it is essential to love thyself. And I'm going to share with you a few pointers as to why I believe it is essential. And while I'm doing so, please feel free to share with me in the comment section what you think is self-love to you and why it is important. We are here for all of us to share and learn from one another. While you're doing that, please remember to like, to subscribe, and to share this channel with your friends, with your circles, with your frenemies. Yes, we have to reach out to everyone because everyone has a light in them. Anyway, back to why we're here. Self-love and why it is important. Self-love encourages you to take care of yourself, which is self-care, because it teaches you to prioritize your needs. Then you are able to take care of other people's needs. You're able to put yourself first, not in a selfish way. Remember, I do not promote selfishness or meanness, but I believe to be able to do for others, you learn to do yourself. When you learn to love yourself and understand that this is me, and then you're able to pour out into others and unto others, which makes the vibe keep going. Yeah. And then self-love also helps reduce stress, anxiety, depression, because it promotes mental health, spiritual health. Yes. And in promoting this, you are able to have proper foundations that guide you and propel you in this thing called life. It is not easy. It takes a lot, because some of us are not able to love ourselves because probably of things that we were told while growing up, or we are made not to feel enough, or we were bullied a certain way. So we think that it is not right for us to love ourselves. No, 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 friend. I'm here today to encourage you. It is important to love yourself, and that is what they call self-love. And from then, you can be able to pour into others. Self-love also helps build your self-esteem. Have you noticed most of us, we struggle with self-esteem? Imposter syndrome disturbing us. All that is because maybe we are not yet in that place where we are able to love thyself, to see yourself within and know that this is who I am, this is what is good about me, and because it is good, I would love to share it with others. For example, people who are able to do public speaking, they have a certain confidence and esteem about them. And when you see them doing it, you admire it. That is because they have been able to recognize a place. I'm not saying they are perfect, because trust me, I believe that no one is perfect. But just embracing those imperfections can make you into a whole new being. So loving yourself boosts your self-esteem because you recognize yourself, you see yourself, you know who you are. You do not wait. The other day I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine, and she was telling me, I am tired. I feel like I am trying. I've tried to let go of certain things. I've tried to change my ways because I feel like it's better. Even I don't drink as much as I used to. I'm not relating with men the way I used to. But people, and no one is even telling me, I'm going to use my name. No one is even telling me, Emma, you're doing well. No one is and I was just telling her friend, I personally see that change. I personally see that you are a new person. But until you see it yourself, until you feel it yourself, because what if no one ever tells you so? What if no one ever tells you that you're doing well? Are you just gonna give up? So I told her, no, look into yourself. That effort that you're making is good and it is well. So pat yourself on the back, clap for yourself. I told her, clap for yourself right now while we're even still on this phone call. And she did. Then I have another friend who used to say, when I dress up and people don't tell me that I'm smart, I feel so bad. I even go back home in a bad mood. And I told her friend, it was even beginning to affect her relationship with her husband because he was not telling her every day before she left the house that she was smart. And I told her, no. You dress up for yourself first. So that is self-love, not always waiting to hear people's opinions or things for you to feel like, you're doing or you're making an effort. Self-love also helps build resilience. Guys, we have seen life. I was reading somewhere and someone, I think it was on Instagram, there was an Instagram reel, as someone was saying, millennials, we have seen it all. We have seen 2 pandemics, 2 recessions, and now we are about to see the World War III, all before we are even 40. And I was like, come to think about it. So friend, I'm telling you, you need resilience for some of these things. You see like how we built resilience during the pandemic, and then we started seeing how we can do other things in different ways, in other possible ways. Yes, that's the resilience you need. That resilience is also what you need to overcome some of the things you were told. Some of us are afraid of becoming good at things because we were told we are not enough. We were told we are not good enough. We are told, I've had Steve Harvey mention it several times as a testimony that because he used to stutter as a child, and he wrote when he was asked, what do you want to become? And he wrote he wanted to be a television personality. The teacher put him down. So imagine if he had listened to that, then he would not have had the resilience to keep pushing. And have you noticed that if you remain resilient and you push through and then you become that big dream, or you see that dream to life, you're actually encouraged to go and do more. So that is what I'm talking about. Yes. So he loved himself enough to keep pushing. Yes. And that is what has made him who he is today. We listen to him. We look forward to the stuff he produces because we have seen. So through that resilience, he became, and his light is shining, right? So that is what I'm talking about. Yes. And self-love helps you set proper boundaries, friend. Yes, it is important, I believe, that we need to set boundaries. But for boundaries to be set, if you have learned to be kind to yourself, then respect yourself. As you do that, then people also begin to respect you. So those boundaries are drawn. People know that I cannot cross this line with this person because you have known what triggers you. Yes, it is true. I was listening to an interview Taraji was doing on Michelle Obama's podcast, as she does with her brother, and she was mentioning the fact that she stopped having to go to please people all the time because it was not working for her. And she said she no longer goes out. No, she no longer takes alcohol because she saw what it was doing to her. Like, it was just making her lazy and tired most of the time. So that she set that boundary. So now even as people approach her, they're not going to be telling her about that. They're going to be telling her things that help her grow because they know she's about self-love and focusing on her career. So even as they approach her, those are the dimensions, and that's how you grow more into who you have to be. Let me tell you, self-love also teaches you to be a fan of yourself. Yes, we have grown up thinking we only have to be fans of celebrities. Friend, you have to be a fan of yourself so that you can you can give yourself morale to keep going. Have you seen these guys who do sports? They look at the race they have to run. Have you watched them during the Olympics? They look at the distance they have to run. Let's say it's 100 meters. They focus on it, and before they even do it for the fans, they do it for themselves, and they believe. I've watched I love tennis, so I have watched the Serena sisters for a while. Those ladies are fans of themselves. They love what they do. So because they are fan of themselves, you even automatically become their fan. So when you become a fan of yourself, of your happiness, of your joy, of your peace, friend, people are going to also automatically, people around you will make sure, like, they will automatically give you peace because they see that you that's the aura that is around you. So yes, self-love is amazing. It's beautiful. I believe that if we learn to love ourselves, if you learn to love thyself without being selfish, guys, I do not promote selfishness or vanity. Yes, because you might say, oh, Emma told us about self-love, then you become vain. No, friend, do not be vain. So when you do that and learn that it is not about perfection. Yes, you might say, oh, I have to be. No, self-love is not about perfection. You will see that if you pay attention to those people who you think have become, they are who they really think they are or say they are, you notice that they are also not perfect. That is why sometimes we are heartbroken about maybe our parents or someone who raised you, someone you see as a father figure, mother figure in your life, because you thought they can do no wrong or they are not perfect. Yet you yourself, you have imperfections. Yeah, I'll tell you, I have one of my favorite humans is my brother. I call him Superman. So I used to watch how he handled his friends. And then I was like, hold on, you have friends from all walks of life and you seem to understand everyone and go with everyone. How do you do it? Because personally, I was struggling with it. Like, there's certain people I'd be like, and then he just said, it is about knowing that no one is perfect and accepting people as they come. If you begin from that level, then you're able to socially be around people very well. And when I tried it, my oh my, it has given me so much peace because I know someone doesn't have to be perfect to be around me because I also am not perfect. Yes. So self-love is just accepting your imperfections and loving them. If you're short, love the fact that you're short and believe in yourself from that point. That is why some short people look very tall, because they have learned to love that about themselves. Love your body and accept it the way it is. Yes. Or love what you're doing, your career. If you know that this is what I want to be, and then you start there. That is self-love. So I want to know, how are you going about this self-love with yourself? Please go into the comment section. I would love to hear from you as usual. I love reading your comments. I love hearing what you guys have to say. So please go into the comment section. Let me know why you think self-love is important. How have you gone about self-love for yourself? And please remember to like, to subscribe, and to share this channel. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.